I want to share something with you folks, and I want you to think about this. We're in the middle of the football season right now, national football season, the NFL, but particularly the college football. I'm a major college football fan. I love the game that they play, and these kids are still young, and they're learning how to play with major teams. And one of my favorite coaches of all times is a guy named Barry Switzer. Some of you might remember Barry Switzer. He was not only the coach at the University of Oklahoma for about 14 or 15 years, but he was also 16 years maybe. But he also was the coach of the Dallas Cowboys, and he was one of only 2 or 3 coaches that ever coached in college and the NFL that not only won a national championship but also won a Super Bowl with the NFL. And so Barry Switzer's a great person to get to know about and really learn about a winner. What makes a winner? And Barry Switzer, like all college football coaches, they go out and they send their assistant coaches, their defensive coaches, their offensive coaches, their special teams coaches, et cetera, out to visit with young men that are going to come out of high school and go into a college, and they're making their commitments to colleges to play with them. And Barry Switzer, excuse me, was one of those that was very much into being on the front lines. He was out there with them visiting those kids in their homes. And I want to tell you a story about it. And then I heard Barry Switzer talking about these. Did a recording on this I listened to many times because I spent most of my young life when I was driving around and all over the country listening to audio tapes and getting to know what drives people, what drives winners, what causes people to keep going. And so I listened to him when he talked, and he said, here's how he would go out and talk to a new recruit in their home with their mom and dad. And of course, he had these big rings that he wore, from winning the national championships with Oklahoma when he was the coach there. And he would go out into a recruit's home, and I'm going to use the name Billy. And Billy was a running back in high school, had all kind of accolades and a lot of game films on this kid to see that Barry Switzer wanted him to come to the University of Oklahoma. But see, Billy is one of hundreds or thousands of kids that are out there doing the same thing. There's a lot of them that are ranked as 5-star and 4-star, 3-star prospects and that kind of thing. Well, Billy happened to be a 5-star prospect. Was one of the ones that Barry Switzer wanted to come there, so he went to visit with the kid and his mom and dad in their home, and he was sitting there talking to Billy and about the school and about the record at the school, and he said, Billy, look at these rings that I'm wearing right here. And he had a handful of rings on, 3 national championship rings. During the time he was there at Oklahoma, they won 8 bowl games and won 3 national championships. And he said, Billy, listen, we need you at Oklahoma. You need to be there with us next year because you know what we're going to do, Billy? With you there, we're going to go out and do the same thing we've been doing. We're going to win our conference. We're going to win our division. We're going to win the bowl game, and we're going to go on to become national champions again. Now here's where we are, Billy. You know that Oklahoma has a legacy of winning 47 conference titles in the time that we've been in business. We've won 8 division titles. We've won 7 national championships. And, Billy, it is going to be so great to be able to award you with one of these national championship rings that you got because you came to the University of Oklahoma and we won the national championship. That's going to be great. And he was smiling. The kid was smiling, and his parents were smiling. And he said, but here's Billy, I know that there's other schools after you. There's other coaches that are going to come visit you, and they're going to want to steal you away to go to their school. They want you just as bad as we do. He said, but if you decide to do that and go with another team, Billy, I'm going to be proud for you. And let me tell you what's going to happen to the University of Oklahoma if you don't come to be with us at Oklahoma. So we're going to still win more games than anybody in our conference. We're going to win our conference. We're going to go to a bowl game, and we're going to win that bowl game, and we're going to go on to the national championship game, and we're going to win that game. And, Billy, since you won't be there, another running back that did come to University of Oklahoma is going to be receiving your ring. Now, let it sink in just a minute, folks. See, that's where we are at Noble 8 right now. See, we're going to go on and win our national championship. And we hope that every single person on your team is still there with us. Folks, see, you need to make sure that you're on this national championship team so somebody else doesn't get your ring.